What's going on, everybody? And thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. We back up in the Big Apple, the Empire State. This is a very close blood family member of mine. I'm not going to say his name, how was he related to me, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying, for various reasons. But for this video right here, we are going to speak about what it's like being a crip in the New York State Department of Corrections. That's what we're going to speak about. It's a lot of, I've interviewed people, and it's a lot of, so many different things I'm hearing, and we're going to hear it from the horse's mouth, man. We're not getting into what got them in there, none of that stuff. We're going straight into the prison system. That's where we're going. So listen, where did you do your county time at before you went to prison?
On Rikers Island.
You was on Rikers Island, all right. Bet you was on Rikers Island. And what kind of things? Because I know you was young, so you was in the adolescence?
No, they put me straight with the adults when I was on Rikers Island.
Okay, you went straight with the adults. And as far as the adults, how old was you first?
At the time, I was 19.
You was 19. And as far as Rikers Island goes and the adults, were they over there chilling? Was everything laid back over there?
Not really. It wasn't as bad as it usually is, but at that time, not really. I was only there for 2 weeks before I went straight up state.
Oh, okay. You went straight up. Okay. So with that being said, we're gonna get straight into the state. What was your first facility? Where'd you go to reception at?
My first facility was Ulster County Reception.
Okay. And you crip at this time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just back up a little bit. So before you went upstate, was you hearing about all the stuff that goes on with the Crips and the Bloods? Was you aware of what you was about to face?
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about like upstate from like various people that are Crip or Blood that was upstate.
Okay, and after you left Ulster County, what was your first facility?
Green Correctional Facility.
Okay, and I hear so much stuff about Green, man. A lot of kids there, a lot of Bloods. I'm always hearing shit about Green. You know, my brother told me 1 month they had 176 slashings. He was there. He had to put a hand on somebody. He ended up going somewhere else. Talk to me, man, about Green. How long did it take for trouble to find you, being crip? Or how long did it take for you to find trouble when you got to Green?
I was in the reception for about a week, but once I went to the general population, it was about from lunch to dinner time, so about from 12 to 4.
That's pretty. And can you talk about the situation? What happened? Like, where was you headed at? What happened with I want the viewers, I want you to take the viewers, like, I want them to be inside your shoes. What happened on that first situation? What was going on?
First situation, I went to the dorm. They off that they tried to ask me, was like I affiliated with a gang, and I told them. They tried to lie, tell me that there was other crip people there because I was younger or whatever, but I really didn't believe it because I already knew about like the stories, and the C already told me that was one of the worst dorms I was going to. So when I got there, I tried to go to rec, but I just thought about it like I'm gonna just get out of here before anybody, get me, cut me, stab me, whatever. I'm gonna go to rec. I'm gonna just fight somebody in the yard, in a public area. Because when you have fights in a public area, they send you to the box, they send you to the next jail. So that was my intentions. But as I went to the rec yard, you gotta be approved to go to rec first in the Green facility. So I went back to my dorm. I went to the mess hall. After I went to the mess hall, I noticed like it was people following me, like from other dorms, like right behind me, very closely. I know people get cut like on the walkways and stuff, so I slid to the side. I let them walk in front of me. I walked behind them. As I got back to the dorm, somebody tried to ask me to play spades, so I played spades. I kind of knew in my head that it was like a setup, but as I was playing spades, about 2 hands in, I felt the arm come over, like across my face. I just like immediately jumped up with instinct, and the guy's shoulder. Luckily for me, the guy's shoulder ended up coming out the socket like when I jumped up. So I ended up fighting him and 2 other people. And I got sent to the box for that.
You was fighting him and 2 other people at the same time, so they was jumping you?
Yeah.
And these was Bloods?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. So you got sent to the box?
Got sent to the box for 21 days, but you got to get at least like 45 days or 60 days to get sent out of the facility. So when I got out the box, I ended up seeing the same person that I fought the first time in the mess hall.
Right.
And snuck up right behind him, and we fought in the mess hall about 7 in the morning.
What happened after that?
I got me sent back to the box, and I got me sent to a whole different jail.
Okay. And was you when you first, before we go on to the next facility, was you kind of green to what was going on when you first got there as far as the politics and stuff? Like, did you feel like they were trying to rock you to sleep in a way?
Yeah, they always try to do that, though. It's like that in every jail, but at that time, especially, I was 19 at that time, and that was my first actual facility that I went to, so it's like, I heard a lot of stories, but I wanted to see how it actually went. But after that, that's when it was like, all right, like I know what's going on now. And at that point, I didn't meet any other Crips at that time. So it's like, I couldn't like get the flow of everything. I couldn't find out like which jails, like, we could go actually like chill at, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So, okay, so when you first got there, these incidents happened, you didn't know no other Crips when all this is going on?
Yeah, like I didn't know any other Crips that was like in the state. Like I didn't meet any other Crips at that point.
Okay.
Like in person.
So once this incident happens, what facility do you go to now?
I went to Fishkill, Shoe, Special Housing Unit, box. I was supposed to do 2 months, and I ended up doing 11.
Wow, how you end up doing 9 more months?
Because they had put some blood guy in my cell. Some guy that used to be crip, they put him in my cell, be blood, whatever at the time. And we ended up fighting. And after that, and that was about 2 weeks before I was supposed to get off the box. After that, I was chilling for a little. And they put some other guy in my cell. And they're fighting him too. Other blood guy in my cell, and they're fighting him too.
Damn.
And these is like fights like as soon as they walk in the cell.
Okay, back up a little bit. So I want you to walk the viewers through this. They putting the blood in your cell. So let me ask you this. Do you guys try to come to some kind of agreement first, or is it lit from the gate? Y'all can't like, hey bro, you mind your business, I mind my business. You can't do that?
No, it's lit from the gate. As soon as they walk in the cell, you ask them if they gangbanging, they say the wrong thing, then that's it.
Damn. So the whole time in the box they put 2 bloods in there and you had to fight them.
Yeah, they do it like upstate. They do it purposely. They want to see action, or they got one inmate that's violating them, so they like mess it up for both inmates, basically.
Damn. Okay, so is that cell fighting? Is cell fighting scary with all the bunks and stuff in there? Like, is it really hard to fight in a cell? Like, what's going on in there?
Yeah, it's really hard, and it's kind of like, it's like you're defending yourself, but at the same time, you don't want to kill the other person, because it's like, like me, I only had 2 years in prison, so it's like, I didn't want to kill nobody, get an extra charge, and there's a lot of like hard objects in the cell. You got the desk, the shower, the bunk beds, and it's like a small confined space.
Got you. Damn. So, okay, you spent 11 months in the box. So after you fought those 2 bloods, it was pretty much smooth sailing after that?
Yeah.
Was there any gate banging going on with other bloods and stuff? Like, while y'all in the cell fighting, is people rooting people on?
Yeah, people root people on, and it's like a whole bunch, people in the box, so you can't really get to each other, so we talking like mad gravitate each other or whatever. But after that, people do, majority of the time, people do end up like becoming cool with each other, because it's like it's not only like Bloods that Crips have people. Crips have people at every gang in the state.
Okay.
So Bloods, Lion Kings, Patia, everything.
Got you. And let me ask you this: when you okay, so you did 11 months. After 11 months, you went back to population, or did you go to a new facility?
Yeah, I went to a new facility. I went to population in a new facility.
Okay, what facility did you go to after that?
I went to Washington Correctional Facility.
Okay. And what's going on at Washington? What gangs are on deck? Who got the numbers?
Bloods and Patia.
Okay, got you. And did you have any problems when you got there? Let's speak about your first few days at Washington. What's going on when you get there?
Yeah, I got to Washington on a Friday, but I was transferred with another crip that I had met from being in the box. And the first dorm we went to was reception dorm, and we was there from Friday to Monday. And when we got there, like, it was us, and there was only 2 Bloods in the dorm that we was in. So it's like, it's not really a problem until Bloods got the upper hand. So it's like for example, Monday, when that Monday had came, 7 more Bloods had came, so it was 9 versus 2.
Damn. Okay. So what happened after that? Y'all went to 9 versus 2. Did they end up trying to get at y'all, or was y'all chilling?
Nah, it was Bloods from other dorms. So we had went to the mess hall, and Bloods from the other dorms were trying to get the Bloods from our dorm to like do something to us. And at this time, the Patias started beefing with the Bloods, so like they were focused on them, like they weren't like beefing with us really at that point. So it was mostly like the Bloods we had to worry about, but they didn't actually do anything to us. We ended up going to the mess hall, and we were just like, like more Bloods came, so we're not about to wait for them to do something. We're gonna do something first. And we ended up having a fight in the mess hall and on the walkway with 2 other Bloods from different dorm.
Gotcha. And what happened after those fights? Y'all got locked up after that?
Yeah, we went to the box. I had about 4 months in the box after that. They sent me back to green. They sent me back to green box though.
Okay, so when they sent you back, when you was at the box at Washington, they didn't put no more Bloods in your cell this time?
Oh no, Washington is single man cells in the box.
Okay,
they don't have a big box. That's why they sent me back to green, because green is a big box, like a shoot 200.
Gotcha.
Well, I was 200 inmates.
Oh, okay, that's what that means. Okay, and you said the Patias, do they get busy? What are they about?
Yeah, that's like they're mostly like Dominican gang, and honestly, that's like one of the worst gangs, because they be carrying around like machetes in jail. Like they be making stuff like out of like fans, sharpen up fans, and it's like with them, they really don't be caring. They can have a year left, 8 months left, and they walking around with stuff like that, stabbing people. Feel me? So it's a little different with them.
Damn. So when you left Washington, they sent you back to Green. After you went to Green, you was in the box at Green, right?
Yeah, I was in the box. I didn't go back to general population at that time.
So you went home after that?
Oh no, I went to after I went to Green box, I went to Franklin Correctional Facility.
Okay.
Franklin Correctional Facility, that's one of the worst jails. So as soon as I got off the bus, I just found the first Blood next to me, and we just fought. Like, as soon as they took the chains off, I didn't even make it to the dorm right there.
Okay. And how are you knowing these dudes are Bloods? Like, you know what I'm saying? You hitting, like, how are they talking about? How are you knowing, okay, he's Blood when you first get there? How do you know that?
Like, when the bus ride up, there'll be a lot of people talking to each other. They're talking like lingo and stuff like that, Blood lingo, whatever. And that's how I pointed out right there. Like, who's who.
Okay. And what happened after you fought that Blood dude? Did you explain to the viewers real quick this scenario that happened. Was you getting off the bus? Did you creep up behind him? Did you come from the left, the right side? Speak about the dynamics of that hit you did on that blood.
Yeah, I went to the as soon as we got there, I was just thinking like in my head, like, yo, I heard this is one of the worst jails already. Like, a lot of people get cut here, stabbed there, so I didn't even want to waste any time. So as soon as they took us to medical, after they took the chains off us, they took us to medical, whatever, to get checked. And I just had to fight. I snuck up behind them, had a fight right in the clinic.
Got you. And how much time you spent in the box for that one?
2 months.
2 months. And you came back to that population or another jail?
Nope, they sent me back to Green Box.
Got you. And the dude that you swung on, did he go to the box also?
Yeah, because we ended up fighting. He didn't just,
Okay.
They sit there.
And when he's in the box, are you guys next to each other in the cells? Like your cell is next to his? Are y'all talking after the fight like, I'm going to get you when I see you? Is that going on down there?
Nah, his cell's on the other side.
Okay, got you.
Like, a lot of people, when they first get to the box, they just be upset. Like, I heard him talking about me to other people, like, on the other side of the box. But the small boxes, they're a little different than the big boxes. Like, the small boxes, you're not even allowed to talk. Like, you can talk in your window, but you got to be discreet because in the small boxes, there's no cameras in there, so they'll dead you on, like, food and stuff like that. Like, the COs won't give you no food if they're talking, a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, got you. But let me ask you this then. Okay, you go to a dorm. Is it frowned upon if you do go to the dorm and say you not crip? That's not allowed, is it?
No, it's not allowed.
Okay, I got you. Have you ever came across a person that you seen low riding or that didn't rep the set? Have you ever seen them people in jail that you knew was crip?
I seen a few of them, actually. I was actually with one, and I didn't know, like, when I was in Green, when I was in reception, I was with one. For that week I was in reception, and I didn't know he was crip until months afterwards. He's from Brownsville. I ended up meeting somebody that was from Brownsville. I'm like, yo, hey, you know this person? You talking about the crip. I'm like, nah, he not crip or whatever. Like, he just, like, neutral. And then he described the person, how he looked, everything, all the way down to the T. And I'm like, yo, there's no way, like, he's crip. Because I was just with him, and he was just telling me he wasn't crip. Like, he wasn't anything. He was in Green for, like, about, I want to say, 5 months. Anybody know, like, if you're in the population too long, it's from, low riding.
That leads me to my next question. Exactly. So when it comes down to being crip in the New York State Department of Corrections, most of your time will be spent in the box, right?
Yeah.
So if you're in population for months and months, that means you ain't really getting busy.
Yeah, unless you hit one of the jails, like, off the bat, or you go to the box and send to one of the jails, because out of 33 jails, it's only about 6 or 7, like, medium ones that we could go to. So it's kind of like, it's all about the luck of the draw, wherever they send you.
Got you. And it's crazy because going through this interview, it seemed like the whole time you was in jail, the Bloods and Crips you was never able to live around the Bloods at all, right?
Besides when I was going home and we was in, like, a sit-down program, that's because everybody was going home. Everybody doesn't care at that point. So
Okay.
it's like, but it's kind of weird because in the streets of New York, Bloods and Crips are, like, linked up. But it's like, once you go to jail, everybody, like, swear, like, they hate each other, stuff like that.
Got you. And was you, with all these situations and stuff, going to different facilities, is there some kind of fear of the unknown before you get to every facility? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I wonder what's going to happen at this one. Or the fear is gone, like, man, fuck it, it is what it is.
Yeah, after the first one, for me, the fear was, like, gone. Only thing that I really feared was when he was coming and telling me where I was going. I was like, damn, another jail, I'm going to have to leave. Or, like, I can't stay, or I can't, like, do this or do that. Like, because, like, being up north, you crip, it's like, it's an experience, but it's like you can't do anything really like to better yourself because there's no programs in the box. You can't get trades in the box. You can't go to school in the box. So it's like only thing you can do in the box is get your GED. But even with that, it's like they're just giving you work. They're not actually teach you anything. They're just giving you work to do while you're in the box.
Damn. And you, so out of your two, how many months would you say out of your 2-year sentence you spent in the box?
22 and a half months.
And let me ask you this. Okay. Do you think that the box had an effect on you mentally? Was it getting the best of you sometimes?
I wouldn't say it was getting the best of me because, honestly, just being crip upstate, you have to be strong-minded because the box, well, at that time, it's a little different now. Like, right now, they get tablets and stuff, so you can call your family every day. But when I was in the box upstate, it was you get one phone call once a month. In Fishkill box, you gotta wait 2 months before you even get that first phone call.
Damn.
So it's like you can't talk to your family, you can't talk to your friends unless it's like the writing.
Got you. Damn, man. And you was really young when you went. How about when you came home? How was your adjustment back to the civilian life?
Honestly, when I came home, I was a little, I wouldn't say traumatized, but it was like a little different. Like I didn't want to be around bloods at all. Even my friends that were blood, like I didn't want to hear anything, like any blood lingo, anything. So it was like a little different.
Damn.
Like I remember I was walking down the street, somebody said something to me, and I was just like shocked. But then I turned around, I seen it was my friend. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know it was him.
Right.
So like kind of like just threw me off.
Let me ask you this: why can't the Bloods and Crips? Why they can't live together? Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, why we can't live together? Like, that's crazy. There's 2 black gangs. Like,
yeah, I thought about it, and it's kind of weird because it's like you'll have a lot of Bloods that'll tell you like, I don't know if like, oh, my brother's Crip or my best friend is Crip. So it's kind of weird, but it's like that's the way the New York system is set up. So it's like, say like if somebody that's running the compound for a certain blood gang tells them to do something to you and they don't want to do it, or they don't do it, something happened to them. So it's like, it's either me or you.
damn. Let me just change it this direction real quick. How about the COs? I've done a lot of interviews on this page, and they say the COs be beating up inmates. The COs is redneck. They racist. Is that the same experience you went through with the COs?
Yeah, I try to a lot of times stay out their way. But you know, even if you have a fight with an inmate, they'll put you in a van or whatever. They'll put you in a van to take you to the office, whatever, before you go to the box. Or they'll take you straight to the box, and the whole way, like in the van, they'll be stomping on you, kneeing you while you're handcuffed.
Damn.
A whole bunch of stuff. Just because you had to fight.
Damn, man.
One time, after the second time I had fought that same kid in green, one of the captains, while I was on the bus, like, they didn't do anything to me this time. They was like, what happened? Oh, yeah, he told me, he's like, oh, yeah, this is your second time fighting him. He said, yo, the third time, he said, the next time you fight him, I want to hear Crawford stick the shit in that nigga.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, my God, man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. So let me ask you this, man. Like, being in the box and stuff, because like I said, that's like the majority of your sentence. The majority of your sentence was in the box. So are you, like, I know they say some boxes you can't talk in. So are you passing the time at some places by speaking to other inmates? Like, have you ever had a conversation with a blood while you was in the box and y'all was conversating regularly and getting along good through conversing? Or is that not allowed?
It's like that. It's like that in majority of boxes, but it's like y'all only cool in the box. But
Gotcha.
like you'll make a friend in the box that'll be like blood, and he'll be genuine. And he like, for example, on one of my times, I was in a box with a blood kid or whatever from Newburgh, and we got cool or whatever. So the next jail we went to, we had left together when we went to Franklin, and they had asked him afterwards, like, yo, you knew that kid was crip? He's like, nah, like I ain't even know. Like after I had my fight with the other blood guy, he just kind of like just sat there.
Got you. Damn, and we get ready to close this part one. What would you say out of all of the, even though you wasn't in Pop that long because you had to keep on fighting, what would you say was the worst facility you was at?
The worst facility, I would have to say, was Green.
Okay.
Like I got, even though like my last population I was in for 2 days, Marcy. I got jumped out my sleeve. Then I had another fight there.
At Marcy?
Yeah.
Speak about that one real quick. Make sure we cover all the fights. What happened at Marcy? How did that fight start? Was it when you first got there in the cell? Walk the viewers through it.
Yeah, it's not like in the medium, it's not a cell, it's a dorm.
Okay.
So it's completely open. Like people could walk through at night. And I had asked, as soon as I had got there, like for me, I can't just do anything to somebody that's like neutral. Like you have a lot of people that be like scared and they'll just hop in the first person they see. But me, I couldn't do anything to people that were neutral. So it's like I asked everybody in the dorm, like, was it game big? And they said no. And I dozed off, but I asked them for about, I want to say about 3 minutes. And next thing I know, I was getting yanked from my hoodie, from my sweater off the bed. And thank God, like, I wasn't fully, like, I wasn't all the way asleep because I probably would have hit the floor, but somehow I landed on my feet. I still had my boots on because I went to sleep with my boots. And I had to fight 2 people. Then they took me out of there that night. I went to the next dorm, ended up seeing somebody that I knew from the society or whatever. That
right.
Was blood. And he just told everybody like I was good or whatever. Only problem was, at that time I was on loss of packages, so I couldn't get any food. And when I was leaving out the dorm, I would still have to worry about people in other dorms. Like when I was going to the mess hall, I would still have to worry about other people trying to do something to me. And there was somebody that was following me. There were 2 people that were following me. And when I got to the dorm, I turned to go to the dorm, I could just see them just shaking their head. Because they was like speed walking. I was speed walking too, trying to make it back to the dorm. And they were just shaking their head. And then I just told my friend, like, yo, listen, like, I can't like keep living like this. Like, so I'm out of here. So I went to the backyard. There was some Patria kid there. I just punched him. And he ran. I just kept punching him.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
Gotcha.
And they sent me out of there. And that's what happened.
Damn, bro, that's a lot of damn fights, man. That is a lot. And out of these fights that's going in, it's like some of the fights, you getting the best of them, and some of the fights, they getting the best of you. That's what's going on?
Now, the only fight I could say it was kind of like someone got the best of me was the second cell fight that I had in Fishkill box.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like, he didn't really like, he wasn't punching me. He was just kind of like bigger. He came in, he threw me on the table, and then I just threw him on the bed, and I kind of just held him down. And then the COs came, and then I opened the door. That was it.
Got you. And what I'm so shocked about, man, as we close this part one, what I'm so shocked about, though, with all of these fights, miraculously, no weapons was used, huh?
Yeah, they tried to use a weapon the first time when I was in Green, the first time when the guy's arm came across my face. But he didn't cut me because he tried to, like, basically, instead of him just cutting me, he tried to cut my whole face. So he tried to come across my whole face. It's like he had put my face, like, in a headlock. And then when I jumped up, I told you, dislocated his shoulder. So then I was the only one. After that, I was just like, yo, I can't go home when he cuts someone's face.
Right.
So that's why I always just chose to be the aggressor first.
Got you. And that's what it sounded like. It sounded like most of the situations you struck first. Because you know for the reason for that, honestly, for the viewers though, and let me know if I'm right or not. Honestly, the main reason why you're going to pop off first, right, is to get out of that dorm, right? You outnumbered, you're not going to win. So the whole reason is to get out of there, right?
Yeah, to get out the facility.
Got the facility. Hey, listen, that's part one. That was straight to the point, nitty gritty. This is my blood on the other side of the line. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. We coming back to y'all with a part two. He just spoke, gave it to you blood raw on being a crip in New York State Department of Correctional. You got a lot of people that come on these platforms and they crip and they be acting like they not popping off to get out the dorm, which they all do. It's the smartest thing to do. I'm not staying in the dorm with 90 other gang members that I got to sleep every night. I'm not doing that. I have a family member right now. My brother, they didn't try to get him in his sleep, and they end up getting him. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens. I appreciate this interview, blood. That's as far as I'm going to say it. And we're going to hit y'all back with a part two. This interview right here was what it's like being a crip in the New York State Department of Corrections, especially when you outnumbered in every facility you go to. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like and subscribe button. We out of here.